professor, I will test you in the worst way. Don't bring a scantron, it's pop quizzes all day. Cause of our chemistry, we do biology. What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. J.Lo talks with Goldman Sachs. So at first, okay, J.Lo is talking with some business folks at Goldman Sachs, and she brings up Goldman Sachs investing in black women. Now, I guess by assumption, shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. He was the first person I saw talk about this. So I just dug into it a little bit. By assumption, there's a black woman next to her in the picture, but she's quote unquote Hispanic. She's, Afro Latino or whatever, Latina. So it was J.Lo was in the middle. There's another lady that was actually to the left that's not in the thumbnail picture, and the Afro Latina black lady and the white guy. So what I saw was basically J.Lo's like, since y'all invest in black women, y'all should invest in us. And at first I was like, is she saying invest in the Latino community as a whole, or is she saying just Latino women or Latina women, whatever? And come to find out, she wanted to do the very same thing that black women have done, make it about the women specifically. Now, interestingly enough is, once you open the door, you can't go back. But, they're saying that sisters are upset, like, how dare you make this play? What I'm not necessarily concerned about, what I want to see play out is this. So, at the end of the day, who's next? Because see, black women did it, white women did it first with affirmative action. And then black women did it. And now Latino women doing it. I'm guessing it's going to be Asian next. Maybe Native American last. So this, what about the women? What about the women? What about the women? And it's a business play, right? Now the problem is this. Because, the women see it this way, what you're going to see in different races is, does the money actually funnel back to the community, or does it just funnel back to the women and girls in the community? Because the way black women want to do it is, it's only going to be centered around probably the money that they can generate or create. The businesses are going to be centered around black women and black girls, and probably the gay community, right? So you can make the assumption that's their target demographic, that's who they're going to serve, and that's, if they profit, that's where the bulk of their money is going to go, into those three sectors. And probably not necessarily the kids. The kids might, predominantly the girls. So you're not going to do anything for actually the community that involves the men. That, we're on our own. So the question would be, when it comes to Hispanic men or Latin men, whatever you want to call it, we change our name a million times too. Y'all change y'all, so hey, we just going to go with it. Are these women going to help their men? See what I'm saying? Because white women have been known to toe the line. They've been riding the fence. They help themselves, then they help their men. They help themselves, and they help, they play that game. Sisters are more so, they help themselves, and they help other women, So that's where that goes. So with these other communities, what's it going to be? Now, if some sisters are upset that this is done, because I saw a brother post, I think it was Dinus, on another social media site, we need to apologize to Ice Cube. And I'm pretty sure he was talking about the cocktails with the queens, when he was like, black women are black people. And the black women on the panel at the time said, no, we're not. Like, we're a specific group. And because of that, looking back at it, I know people are like, wait a minute. if black women are a specific group, then they're really not in it with black men, or they're not for the black community, just for themselves. And, you know, it's divide and conquer, right? And now you have ladies who are going to deal with this inflation and rising cost of everything, especially real estate, rent, mortgage, or whatever. Not necessarily the mortgages, people can't afford homes, but this, you can't afford to be a single woman, a single mother, and now you're going to have to deal with the fact that you're strong and independent per se. You've talked being by yourself up. You manifested, your single struggle. And now that that's happened, I think women of other groups are like, we're not going to go that far. And brothers are like, we're not on the same team. Understood. I got it. I'll move on and do other things. I'm taking my talents to South Beach, right? There's a whole LeBron James reference. So now, because J-Lo was talks with Goldman Sachs, now the ladies have to deal with one thing that they didn't have to deal with before: competition. See, if it's coming from the men, it's one thing, but now you're gonna have to compete. Now it's on the books. You're gonna be competing against white women and Hispanic women. And the beauty of this is some of those Hispanic women are gonna actually be black women. So guess what? Now you're gonna have to deal with that, FBA ADOS thing where you're gonna have people within your mix, and not to mention the rainbow side of the game. So all of this intersectionality is going to be infused in your competition. Let's see how that works out. It's going to be very interesting. But tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die. Try and catch you on the next one. Peace.